Welcome to the 2023 Kodokan Cup All Japan National Championships. Here are the men's finals. The Kodokan Cup All Japan National Championships is one of the most important and followed competitions in Japan. One could say that it's even the most difficult tournament in Japan. The competition has a rich history of participants. First edition taking place in 1976, and Japanese stars such as Kosei Inui, Keiji Suzuki, Ayumi Tanimoto and Kaori Matsumoto participated in the event before being crowned Olympic champions. The Kodokan Cup has a special formula as it is an invitation-only competition, qualifying events taking place across Japan year-round. Qualifiers are hosted by AJJF and its member organisations including police, self-defence force, businessmen, university, juniors and high school categories, and the list goes on and on. Simply qualifying to compete at the event grants a degree of honour and prestige. Those who perform well at the Kodokan Cup are selected to the higher ranks of the Japanese national team. Amongst those, a select few have the opportunity to represent Japan on the IJF World Judo Tour. Final then of the under 60 kilos category, Higuchi Yuta in white, Adachi Yusi in blue, and both of these are from Tenri University, so they should know each other pretty well. Seoinage straight away there from Higuchi, and again, only half a rotation though. Left against right, just needs to make a couple of readjustments, and straight away Adachi into the newaza, double lapel, trying to get Higuchi down and to hold him. Higuchi holds right, but he goes left for the Seotoshi. Seoinage changes the flank, and that's a massive advantage. We see it such a lot, don't we, in international competition, especially with the Kataguruma. Oh, and he scores! Left Seotoshi, and he scores a Wazari, and he's got the Osai Komi. Can he hold it? Well, Adachi out, and straight into the attack for the newaza as well. So I think Higuchi knows that he's got to be careful down there with the newaza. Adachi wraps up the belt. We see that so often now. Tries the turnover. So Higuchi, a Wazari up. Still plenty of time, and Adachi will come forwards trying to get a big score. He'll want to follow through. The transition into newaza, so important. We know that it wins major competitions, and it's how they follow it through. There's the Seotoshi again, and not far off, and he just climbs off at Adachi, and he doesn't really want to know down there, does he, Higuchi? He'd rather stand up and take his chances in Tachiwaza. Adachi comes forwards. Left-handed stance. When it's left against right, you're always searching for that sleeve, and tries the sumigaeshi there, Higuchi. Easily stopped. He'll get away with that. He can't do that too often. So many sacrifice throws get penalized if you don't move them or if you don't break their balance. There's that right Seoinage Tayatoshi that he's trying Higuchi, and he switches it again to the left Seoinage, but easily round by Adachi. Well, he just needs to let him come onto it, doesn't he, Higuchi? It's his match. He's a Wazari up, and, well, the Mate referee has seen something, and it's protecting his gi there, Higuchi. So he's protecting his own lapel with his right arm. So he'll have to be A little bit cautious about that. Can't afford another penalty up there. All the time, that right arm working on the inside. Oh, and he scores a brilliant Seotoshi there for Ippon. And he was just creating that space there with the right arm. As soon as he created the space, he was underneath there for the Seotoshi. Two big scores there, and he gets a Wazari for one of them. And then he gets the Ippon for the second. And Higuchi is the under 60 kilos category champion. Final of the under 66 kilos category, Takioka Takeshi, Fujisaka Taiko, and it's Takioka in white here. Straight into the attack, and immediately Fujisaka on top. So this one, extreme right to right. Tries the Tomonagi, and again the sacrifice throws, just looking that little bit dangerous for penalties. They just have to make sure that they move the opponent. Same with the Sumigeshi. Trying to get that big right arm over the top there, Takioka. Action reaction, so important, but you need at least one grip on. Of course, the Kumakata, so important, getting the grip that you want. Good grips and good attacks there from Takioka. Look at the strong grips on the sleeves here. We see so many penalties at the moment on the sleeves now. He's hooked in for Fujisaka. Is he going to go in for the Seoinagi? And he feels the danger there, Takioka. Just using the feet to get out of danger, and uses the Kosoto there. Tries to turn in for the Seoinagi. Fujisaka now has to come back, and he gets a Shido on the board, Fujisaka. So he knows now that it's more action needed. Got to be positive with the Kumakata. Now he's gripped up. Take advantage of it once you're gripped up. Looking for the Ouchigari. Now, Takioka. Oh, Kouchi! What a Kouchi Gaki that was! Hooked in, and he had control of the sleeve, and he absolutely nailed it. He drove off the back leg, he controlled the sleeve all the way over, and he reaped the leg towards him. That was brilliant control to make him champion. Takioka then, 66 kilos category champion. Final of the under 73 kilos category, Ishihara Tatsuk up against Tanaka Ryuga, and this should be a really good match. Two world champions, 2023 World University Games gold medal for Ishihara, and 2022 World Junior gold medal for Tanaka. Left against right, and you can see that they're really struggling to catch that sleeve, and I suspect that we're going to see that all the way through this match. And unless they can switch it and change the flank, come to the other side, I think they're going to have a real problem, and penalties will happen. And of course, normally the lefties cope with the right-handers so much easier. Well, they get so many more right-handers to fight, but it doesn't always work that way. Struggling to get anywhere near that sleeve. So a Shido each, and that means basically, let's see you switch up. Just change the gripping if you can, and let's see you get an attack in. Neither one of these yet has attacked. You have to take into consideration as well that they don't want to lose, and he's very near the edge here, isn't he? Tanaka being forced towards the edge. Ishihara piling on the pressure. Remember, they've got everybody up in the stands there, all their supporters, all their universities, and they will want to win in front of them, especially here at this prestigious event. Some of the best fighters in the world, former Olympic champions, have been to this event. Ashiwaza, Ishihara, and Ochigari there from Tanaka. Halfway through this first 4 minutes. In danger, of course, getting a second penalty. A second penalty can change everything from a tactical point of view, because it means then that you're under pressure. No more mistakes. They keep separating, and that can be trouble here. Now, is it going to be two Shidos? It is. So they keep separating away from each other, and the referee says, right, you can both have another Shido, and now they both know. A little bit of a clash there. Happens sometimes with the Kumakata coming in so strong. Gets the inside grip. Now that he's got the sleeve grip here, Tanaka, is he going to take advantage? And there is, well, a drop. Sodi from Ishihara keeps trying to go in off the sleeves, but can't get the rotation. Good defense from both these men. And they're near the edge again. Looking for the action-reaction. Both under pressure here, last minute. If one can just pile on enough attacks here, get the other one penalised, it will be all over. Well, they're going to have to switch it up. Coming up to the last 30 seconds. And again, piling on the pressure there. Tanaka backing Ishihara up to the edge. Ishihara will have to fire back. We haven't seen one of them switch it to the other side. And I have to say that most of the top fighters have something on the other side. It's an absolute essential at top level. Look at his head down there, Ishihara. Needs to stand up, get his head up, and there's a Seanagi there from Tanaka. Can Ishihara fire back? Well, time has gone. It's golden score now, and that means that any Shido or any score will win the match. One more Shido. Of course, there is a possibility that both can get the Shido now then. Oh, Sodagari! And that wasn't far off. Ishihara, that's the first real attack that we've seen there. Well, it turned into Osodagari, didn't it? And the referee wants to have a look to see if it had a landing. I don't think it had a landing. I think there was too much of a gap. So Hajime carries on, didn't have the landing there. It's got to be the side making contact, and the top half, that is, not the bottom half. So it's Ishihara now opening up. He's the one taking chances. Tanaka, can he fire back? Comes in for the Sodi, but he's on the arm, and he has to be a little bit careful on that, because if he throws with an arm lock on, and just about got away with that there. So now Ishihara has got to fire back. Those two Shidos on the board. It really is cat and mouse now. Who's going to attack first? 1 minute in to golden score. Ashiwaza there from Ishihara. Has the sleeve. Can he take advantage? Tanaka has the sleeve as well. Looking for the Uchimata. Looking for the way in. Got to be careful for the Sakeshi. Because one slip of the hip and it could be you going over. 1.5 minutes in. Is it going to be Newaza? Well, he tries to do the Obitori Geishi there off the floor. The referee not having any of it. He's not even going to look at that for a score. See a lot of scores like that. They think it's a mate, but it's not. One grip. As soon as they get the grip they want, they're going to have to go in. They're fighting so hard for the grips. They've got to take advantage. The referee doing a good job here, letting them carry on. Got to be something substantial here. He wants an attack to decide it. Good one there from Ishihara. Ishihara breaks the grip off. Got to come forwards. So's Tanaka. Now, has the lapel this time, Ishihara, and then changes it. So Ishihara just gaining advantage, I think, with the Kumakata, just that little bit. And Tanaka now will have to come forwards. The referee stops the match. Which way is he going to give it? Well, nobody likes to see it decided with Shidos, that's for sure. So Hajime and the commission, they say they don't want it decided like that either. And that's a good attack there from Ishihara. And Tanaka tries the Sumigeishi. So a couple of good attacks there from both the fighters. 3 minutes into golden score. More positive now from Ishihara. Ochigari wasn't far off there from Tanaka. Just managed to turn onto his front. And now into the Newaza. Can he wrap it up? At this stage now, you can attack in Newaza. Sometimes they'll give it you because they just want out of there. If he gives up that leg, it could be all over here. And look at that. They're absolutely exhausted. 3.5 minutes into golden score in this final. Now, who can dig deep? Because whoever digs deep here now is going to become the champion. It's been a good match all the way through. A little bit tentative. Right against left. Opposite stance. And now Ishihara coming forwards. And he tries it again there. He tries the Ashiguruma. Gets away from the edge. Tanaka coming forwards. Are they on the sleeve? Tries the Ouchi. Oh, gets countered back there, Tanaka. He made a mistake. He absolutely committed there, Tanaka. And he went for the Ouchigari. And Ishihara counters him onto his side there, gets a Wazari, and wins the title. After 4 minutes into golden score, he is the 73 kilos champion. Final of the under 81 kilos category, Amano Kaito in white, Hojo Yoshito in blue. Right against left again, and again we'll see the struggle to get the sleeve. Both looking for the inside and trying for the Uchimata there, and you can see them just tapping away. Tries the Sumigeishi there, Amano. Straight into the attack in Newaza, Hojo. But can't get anywhere near the top part of the head to control it and then get the leg out. Always a struggle to try and get that sleeve under control when it's opposite. But then when you do get it and you go in, you've got to make sure that you get the leg on the inside, because if not, Uchimata Sakeishi is the result. So is this going to be a Shido each? Shido each, not catching the grip. So they'll have to now be a little bit more positive with that sleeve grip. When you get it, of course, you've got to go in. Fight so hard for it. Either that or vary the grip up and throw onto the other flank, I was going to say. Nice little switch there from Amano. Was looking to the other flank there with the Kosoto. If you've got a good strong Uchimata, then normally set it up with the Ashiwaza, or you can try the Kosoto to the opposite flank, opposite side. It's always finding the line in. Now, that was a deeper grip there on the sleeve, and Amano with that right arm over the top of the lapel. A little bit of a panic attack there from Hojo. Trying to get in with the Seanagi there, but easily killed there from Amano. It's amazing how much time is wasted just by separation all the time. And now on the international circuit, they've got to come together. So these two will have to come together, take the positive grip and attack off it when they get it. Either that or chance another penalty. Now they're on the sleeve. Could it happen now? They'll have to go in. And again, oh, Tomonagi this time from Hojo. Tomonagi, and not far off, at least he moved him. But waved off, I think. The referee wants to have a little look. So the supervisors, well, they think it's a second Shido there for Amano for going outside of the area. So now he's under pressure, Amano, and it means then that he has to take the fight to Hojo and not make another mistake, because otherwise he loses the title. And that means attacking at the right times as well. On the other side of that, though, Hojo can't just wait for the penalty, because the referee supervisors, they don't want that. They want it to be a positive ending here. 1 minute left. 1 minute left of the first 4 minutes. If it goes into golden score, then it will be any penalty for Amano, but any score. Now then, different kind of grips here. Trying to hook on the inside. Oh, Ouchi countered there with the Kosoto. And something was going to happen, wasn't it? With the different grips there, Amano manages to turn it on Hojo and get a Wazari scored. And he's got the Osai Komi. Well, I think he's out. Yes, he is. And 37 seconds now just to go in this contest. Amano is a Wazari up. That was a great change of direction there from Amano. It really was. That grip, well, somebody was going to go, and it was a change of grip. It's not traditional, and it was something that Amano took advantage of. Look at the seconds ticking away now. Ouchigari there from Hojo, and he piles the pressure on, and he's underneath the arm again, and that was a bit of a, well, panic attack there from Amano. He wants the seconds to tick away. Has a quick look at the clock there, Hojo. 6 seconds. He's got to run across. Could he do it? Definitely under pressure. 2 Shidos there for Amano, and he cannot afford to drop. He has to keep good posture. Hojo comes on. 3, 2, 1, and it's all over. And that was very, very close there, wasn't it? Last second attack there from Hojo, but it wasn't to be. Amano got the Wazari, and he got the score that was needed, and that was enough to make him champion. Amano then, under 81 kilos category, Kodokan Cup All Japan National Champion. In white, Tajima Goki. In blue, Mori Kenshin. Final of the under 90 kilos category here. And straight away there, Mori is dominating the grips there. Took him towards the edge. And Tajima drops onto his front. Now, straight into the Newaza. And we see this turn so often, don't we? Hasn't got quite the control that he needs there. So Mate called. But Mori straight into the attack. Again, we've got opposite stance here. Right against left, left against right. Tajima will struggle to get the sleeve. Mori as well. Just wants to get the overhand grip there, Mori, onto the lapel, and he needs to dominate the sleeve. Got to be careful going in for the Uchimata. So they'll be using the Ashiwaza as well to find the way in, find the line. Ashiwaza so important. There is the Kosoto there, Diashi, trying to get that leg back. Arm over the top. And now, well, Tajima hasn't been able to find a way through, but nor's Mori, I have to say, and they both get a Shido on the board. They've got to be positive with the Kumakata. They have to be. They fight so hard to try and get that sleeve, especially with an opposite stance. And once they get it, they're going to have to go in. Either that or switch it to the other side. Well, we can see the problem from this position here. Not one attack on the other side yet. The right hand on the lapel there for Tajima. This is going to be a Shido again if they're not careful. Halfway through and still no real attacks. Certainly no attacks that are going to score big. And this is going to be another Shido then. So 2 Shidos to both fighters. So that puts another little bit of pressure on both fighters now not to make another mistake. And look at that. Tries the Yoko Satemiwaza there, Tajima. Not quite got the balance there for the Newaza attack, Mori. Legs weren't in. Any kind of transition, you've got to make sure that you readjust the balance and then go in. Well, Tajima waiting. Head dominated. Ashiwaza there from Mori. He has the sleeve now. Is he going to go in? Yes. Uchimata this time. So Mori is dominating the grips here, and that was a poor attack there from Tajima. Now he's got his legs in. And Mori just coming off the better here of the 2 when it comes to Kumakata. Away they go again now. One mistake from either fighter could cost them. And that was a standing Seanagi attack there from Tajima. Are they going to take a chance? One of them has to. Now, change to the other side here for Tajima. I think that's what's going to win it, is the one that dares to change the direction. And that is not what you want to do at this stage here. 2 Shidos each, and you cannot afford to drop onto your back without moving your opponent. Another standing Seoinage there from Tajima. Didn't quite have control of the upper part of the body, and now Mori is under pressure. Good change of direction. Tajima just working his way ahead here. Referee was just having a look at the top table. Now Mori starts to go to work. Few seconds left, and it's going to go into golden score, I think. And it does go into golden score. One more mistake from either one, and it'll be all over. Mori has got to put an attack in because it's Tajima now that's picked up the pace. Tajima takes a chance, and he goes in for the Seoinage. I think one more of those, and it might be all over. Mori has to fire back. Can he do it? Mori comes forwards. Tajima is the one that's opening up. And there's another Tominagi. Just about gets away with that because he moved Tajima. You have to make sure that you move them. But better to leave it alone. Tajima, can he fire back? Goes in for the Seotoshi. This is attack for attack here. One mistake and it will be costly. Arm round the back. Mori's holding underneath. Oh, it's a mistake there from Tajima. Tajima took the chance there and he was going, I think, for the Kataguruma, and the referee wants to have a look at it. And the referee and the supervisors will have a look to see if Mori changes the direction of the movement, and I think he might have. I think he changed the direction there. It wasn't Tajima that went down to the floor because of his own actions. It was Mori that changed the direction, and he gets a Wazari for it and wins in golden score. It was against the run of play, but that's judo. Tajima took a chance. Mori capitalized. So Mori Kenshin is the under 90 kilos category champion. Final of the under 100 kilos category, Uoka Kataro in white, Mashiyama Kasuki in blue. And away they go. Look at the frenzy there, trying to get the grip straight away, these two. And Mashiyama, the gold medalist from Tokyo Grand Slam last year, 2022. And of course, Uoka was the bronze medalist there, so a little bit of sorting out to do in this match. A bit tentative of each other by the looks of it. Right against left again. Mashiyama, the lefty, and Uoka right-handed, and they're on the sleeve though, I've got to say, so they've got the grip. Are they going to go in? Well, straight away, mate from the referee, and it's a Shido each. So they've gone about 45 seconds there without an attack. No attack from either one of them, so they've got to step it up. No good just a frenzy of kumakata. Ashiwaza now, Mashiyama. And they're both hooked up onto that sleeve. It's not as though they haven't got two hands on. Are they going to take the chance though? And we've seen it in some of the previous finals, and they don't want to take the chance. Sometimes it's costly. Koichi Mashiyama looking for that inside grip with that left arm, Mashiyama, and he doesn't like it. Uoka there goes to ground, and could, if he's not careful, get a second Shido for that. In essence, it is that you're trying to avoid being thrown. And you can attack out of trouble, but you can't just drop to your knees out of trouble. Halfway through, 4 minutes. And again, that left arm of Mashiyama there, just ducking over that elbow of Uoka, just to dominate the inside. Now he's on the sleeve. Is he going to go in? Is it going to be an Ashiwaza? In danger, these two, of getting another Shido. No attack coming. Well, half a turn there from Mashiyama, and Uoka just stops it dead. Well, it's got to be, hasn't it? Shido just about to come. These two just not being able to attack at all. So 2 Shidos each, and now one more, and it'll be all over. And what a shame if it gets right the way to the end here, and neither one of them has taken the chance to attack. Certainly for me, he's the only one, and again he drops to his knees there, Uoka. Mashiyama dominating the inside grip. Now it's Uoka. Is he going to attack now? He has to attack now. If he doesn't, and that's the best attack so far. Drops underneath there for a very low Seoinage, and Uoka manages to break Mashiyama's balance. So now it's up to Mashiyama to fire back. Into the last 30 seconds. Well, he who dares wins, and it's going to be that, I'm sure, in this particular match. One of them will have to take the chance. Into the last 10 seconds then, and it looks like it's going to go into golden score. 5 seconds left. Any big attacks, it's into golden score. And I think sometimes we look at some fighters, they're scared to lose, and this is a prestigious event, so they don't want to lose this. Any one of them now has to take a chance and go for it. And away he goes. Mashiyama there. Tries to go to the opposite flank there with the Seoinage. Tries to dominate inside the arm. 3 clear attacks. They've got to be strong ones, and it could be enough to get the other one penalised. Or any score. And there he drops for the Seotoshi there, but just gets stopped. Up to Uoka then to fire back. Both getting a little bit tired as well. And this is where you've got to dig in. Any attack. Ashiwaza from Mashiyama. Not a strong attack there from Uoka, and Mashiyama, well, we know that without the legs in there, the newaza is difficult. They've got to make sure they've got 2 hands on when they go in. Full rotation from the Seoinages. Full commitment from any throw, because one more Shido and it will cost them the title. Now they're set up. They've got the sleeve, they've got the lapel. Is Mashiyama going to take the chance? Uoka goes in. Minute and a half into golden score. Well, they've got no more chances, and there tries the Ashiguruma, Mashiyama. Uoka, he starts. He tries with the Ouchi. The the defense from both of these really strong. Difficult to get past the really strong gripping, and also the body awareness there of both of them. They're just killing it dead right from the beginning. Well, they have to grip up. Arm on the inside. Scoops that left elbow inside there, Mashiyama. And that was such a poor attack there from Uoka. Last chance. I don't think he'll get away with it again. I really don't. We've seen too many drops in this final. Who's going to be the under 100 kilos champion? I think for me, Mashiyama just about edges the Kumakata there. He's got the inside grip. Is he going to go for it? Goes for the Seanagi again. Change of direction. Kouchi now starts to open up. Oh, and that was the best technique so far. Uoka went right the way underneath there for the Seanagi, but didn't quite manage it. 3 minutes into golden score. Last chance for Mashiyama. That was the closest we've been to any kind of score there. Uoka found the way in, and now Mashiyama goes. Ochigari. Oh, and he tries the Ashiwaza there, Uoka. Now they're starting to open up, and Mashiyama and Uoka. Well, possibility of a score from either one of them because they're taking chances. Ashiwaza. Looking for the Uchimata. Looking for the Ashiguruma. And he wasn't far off. Didn't have the Kumakata on there. And just too much separation. And Uoka manages to get off it. This is much better stuff. This second half is more exciting because it's more open and they're both looking for the attacks. Oh, another Ashiwaza there from Uoka. 4 minutes then, 2 contests in, and it's starting to open up, this contest. Well, the referee stopped it now. And I think, well, I'm glad that he didn't give a penalty for that because they're both starting to open up here. And I think something is going to happen. And it's Mashiyama looking for the arm over again. Has he got the sleeve? Uoka, he's found the way through with the Seanagi. Almost countered with the Ashiwaza as well. And now Mashiyama starts. And 3 attacks from Mashiyama there. Uoka has got to fire back. He's got to come back into it. Certainly, the supervisors don't want to stop it on something that is neutral or something that's not attacking. Certainly not on the penalties. And that wasn't far off, was it? There, Uoka there, almost comes across there for the Taniotoshi. Well, they both realise here now that they're on, well, sticky ground because one flop, one drop in the wrong way and it will be a third Shido. But on the other hand, if they give up their defence, it could be, well, an ippon or a score from the other person. So are they going to take the chance? And there's another Seanagi from Uoka. 5 minutes 35 into golden score. Coming up to the 10-minute mark. These two, have they got it in there. Can they dig in? The one that wants it most now is going to get it, and Mashiyama comes in for a big attack. Uoka just manages to block it. Well, this match is a marathon. It really is. Well, we knew it was going to be tight, but wow. And they're still going for it. Mashiyama, a couple of good attacks there. Ouchigari, Ashiguruma. Uoka, he has to fire back. Well, they've got to look urgent as well. Oh, look at that. Kouchi Kosoto. And those little Ashiwazas there from Uoka almost rocks Mashiyama. Mashiyama, he has to fire back as well. This is real touch and go, isn't it? It goes either way. It could go either way. It really could. You can't even say that it would go against the run of play here because either one of them could score. Ashiwaza, I think, is going to be the key. They've got to get their heads up. Posture, really important. Kouchigari there from Mashiyama. Oh, not far off there. That Ashiwaza almost scores. And wow, back and forth. Uoka Mashiyama now really opening up. 7 minutes into golden score. And now Uoka comes in for a Seanagi. He can hardly stand up. He really is tired, and you can see it. Mashiyama, he's going to have to come forwards. Mashiyama comes forwards. Well, it's attack for attack. And every time they come in for an attack, there is danger of the other one going over. He's got the sleeve now. Uoka. Seanagi! Oh, that wasn't far off. And he just nearly went over, didn't he? The elbow was out. How he got off that, I don't know. Absolutely brilliant stuff now. And this fight has opened up. Brilliant. Well, the Seanagi was incredible. Dropped right the way underneath. And it's the first time they found their way through their defences. Well, I really don't know which way this is going to go. It was, well, cat and mouse at the beginning. It was really, really tight all the way through. It went into golden score, and all of a sudden, we had a match on our hands. The match we wanted is happening. Seanagi again! Oh! And it scores an ippon there. And he threatened it, I don't know how many times. And he goes right the way between Mashiyama's legs there. Mashiyama can't believe it. What a crescendo of a fight with Uoka becoming the under 100 kilos category champion. Final of the plus 100 kilos category, Ota Hyoga in white, Nakano Kanta in blue. And again, got opposite stance here, one right, one left. Ota, again, trying to catch the sleeve here. We've seen this so often, haven't we, in these finals here. But can switch as well, Ota. Trying to dominate the inside of the lapel, and that wasn't far off, was it? Nakano then in for the Uchimata, and now can he turn him for the double lapel turn there? Ota, well, has to get his hand out there, just tied his hand up just that little bit underneath there. Good to see them going to ground straight away as well. Like to see the transition. And they have to get that little bit of momentum on the ground, the heavier weights. A lot of weight. Once it spreads, it's difficult to move. So you have to be quick in from the Tachiwaza. Got a Seanagi, Ota. Look how they're trying to get that sleeve dominated again, and now they have. Are they going to go in? First in the Tokyo Grand Slam 2022, Ota. Was also second at the Paris tournament, and Ota gets the Shido, so now he's going to have to step it up. It's Nakano that was just ahead on attacks. No good just tapping away at the feet. It's got to be a good ashiwaza. It's got to be something that moves or moves the leg ready for an attack or a combination technique. Well, Nakano came the closest, but again, left against right, they've just got to be that little bit careful of the Sakeshi movement, the moving of the hip, and then the use of the hands to initiate a throw. And now Ota really in danger of getting a second Shido here. If he drops down on his hands and knees like that again, he will receive a third Shido. Hasn't found the way in, Ota, and he certainly hasn't felt at ease to be able to attack. Now he has, Uchimata. Finding that line for the Uchimata, something you've got to be absolutely positive with, especially against opposite stance. Might be Shido here. So Shido, and that means that Ota has two Shidos on the board and he is under pressure. Nakano has one. And often I get asked as to whether it makes a difference, but it does put that little bit of pressure on. Because now can't afford another mistake. One drop Ota and it would be all over. And well, you know, for me, 2 feet went outside the area there from Ota, and it could be another Shido if he's not careful. I don't think they're going to go for it. They'll give him another chance at it, but it could have been. It wasn't an attack that sent him outside the area. Can't afford, look, 30 seconds left on the clock, and can't afford to play around the edge of the area. Any kind of drop as well, bad posturing, and his head's down. And Nakano probably looking for that third Shido for Ota. Is he going to get away with it? No, he's not going to get away with it. So it means then that the top table have said, no, we want to see something positive. You can't just go for that third Shido. We're not going to allow you to do it. 4 seconds left. It's going to go into golden score. And so far, Ota has had a couple of occasions here where he could have lost this. So now he's got to become more positive. Nakano just managing to dominate with the gripping and sends danger signals to Ota. And again, just flicking away with the leg. There's a stronger attack there from Nakano. And just might get away with it because Nakano just manages to snap the grip off and send Ota towards the mat. Has total control though, Nakano, and it's Ota that's struggling here. 2 Shidos on the board. Nakano just needs to make a couple of really strong attacks here to steal this. Ashiguruma! And it was a strong attack. One more of those, I think. Ota possibility of a third Shido? Well, it's nice to see that they do go for the positivity and they want to see a really good, strong attack from Nakano to seal the deal. Is he going to go in? I know that if I was his coach, yes, he does. Just breaks the balance. It was one-handed. Needs the other hand on. And again, is he... Oh, nicely turned there. Turns into the middle. And that was another attack there from Nakano. One more attack. Nakano on top of this. Ota just hasn't found a way through the defences. And the gripping has been all Nakano. Now he's got it again. Uchimata! And that wasn't far off either. He moved Ota. And I think that this could possibly be it. And the referee says, that's it. I've seen enough. I think he's going to give a third Shido to Ota. Nakano dominated all the way through with the Kumakata. The only attacks came from Nakano. And in the end, he is the Kodokan Cup All Japan National Champion at plus 100 kilos.